All right, welcome to another food map. We've got some enchiladas here, boys and girls. Thank you to everyone involved with this show match. It's been super fun. And this is not to mean that other show matches haven't been fun, but this has just been a change of pace. The maps have been really cool. I'll have to, the host, if he's here listening, I'll have to talk to you in the future. I'd like to maybe incorporate these into other events and mix it in more frequently because it's quite nice. This is the Enchiladas Trio. And this is definitely the craziest of all the maps we've seen. We have Yo, who's here playing for the WWP team as the Huns. But you'll notice that he is next door to MBL. MBL's on the other team. And here you're going to have Hera, who's come in for the first time. His teammates brought it back to tie it 2-2. Hera comes in here to close it out, possibly. He's playing Khmer, and then he's up against Lix over here. So I'm just going to continue with the team introductions. That's kind of the idea. Lix is playing Celts for WWP. Paladin's playing Khmer for WWP. And then you've got Vivi here playing Koreans. And then over here you've got Leary. Leary is, I suppose you could call this a flank as Malay. Then Nikov is playing Kumans. And then Hera, as we said, and then MBL. And so Hart goes to the bench. He did play good today. Especially in that previous game. Now, in these little areas, let me just check. How many wood lines? Okay, so this is one line of trees. Oh, wait, no, that's two lines of trees. Two lines of trees. Inside of there, you have dolphins, very vocal dolphins, box turtles, elephants, ostriches. Basically, this is just stuffed with food. Stone and gold. And then here, it's the same thing. I think every single one is the same type of enchilada. Yes. You do have some elevation with the water. Technically, it's amphibious terrain. And I think we'll see some fast castling, actually. Because I see walling already. It would kind of make sense for that to happen here. So I guess long term, you do eventually want to chop through here. Like, Hera has a lumber camp here, and that means that he's going to be eventually through, and then I guess you could make scouts in there or whatever. I don't really know what the options will be, but I can tell you I hear a lot of weird noises from the Komodo dragons and the crocodiles and all the different animals that are out there. Every time I order an enchilada from Chipotle, I ask for extra stone and gold. I just tried that, and they didn't know what I was talking about. So, anyways, I spoke to the manager. And they put some gold in my Chipotle. It was a lot more expensive, though. It went from, like, $10 to $750. But, it was just a little bit of gold. It tasted really good. Whoa. Wait a second. MBL, you sneaky man. Do you see this? So the meta on this map is to wall. And MBL must have snuck this so early. I'm going to speed up, by the way, to get as close to where we're at with live time. And so the one area I didn't talk about was the pond area in the back. And I guess his strategy might be to fast feudal it into a dock here. He'll have his own dock. I don't see any other sneak villagers. That is a risky play right there from MBL. But I don't think Yo will ever have any idea. He did walk right past that area. But there's no reason for him to look there, right? MBL's villager is idle right now, but we'll see if it's worth it. What's up with Nikov's start? Why is Nikov at 17? Oh, he's on his way to feudal age. Holy moly, man. This is really fast uptime. And Nikov's Kuman, so he's going to go for 2 TCs in feudal. He will produce villagers out of 2 TCs and get a pretty big vill lead there. Like, everyone in the corner is docking. There's tuna and there's some shorefish here. I mean, it's over 1,000 food. So it is no joke. MBL has Galaxy Brain. Well, I think also the nice thing about keeping the villager alive is you can eat someone's TC with Celt Siege. Make a siege workshop here, and then the siege attacks so fast you can maybe take out the town centers later. So it could be a double whammy. And then also, if you're able to give Hera a lot of time, and Hera's Khmer, and you've got to think that he'll be able to go Castle Age pretty quickly with them. The more time you give Hera to boom, the better for your team. And so MBL is just going to... He's a time buyer here. See players on the way to Feudal Age. Only one in Feudal Age right now is Nikov. Second town center going up. He's almost in a position to wall Yo from his team too. I know, right? Like the possibilities are endless. It'd be so sick to see a Stonewall here. And then just have Hera flood in Knights. Oh man, that would be good. Fast castle for Yo. Here comes Lix. Now, guys, if you don't know Lix is a big sneaker himself. But I think Lix is just going to try and get a dock up over here. And that's why he's brought his scout over. I don't think he'll be able to spot this villager, right? All right, here he goes. Now, Lix is going to find it, isn't he? Oh, he's checking for dock position. No way! Oh my goodness. Wait. He just signaled. Did he? No. He did. I don't think he saw it. I think that he is just saying about this dock position there. I could be wrong though, because he would attack it if he knew it was there, right? He would attack it if he knew it was there. But wait a second. You know what's gonna look? Oh my god, wait a second. Did Lix actually see that? Wait, no, Yo was gonna build this market here. Yo didn't know. Yo still might not know. Wait, no, he knows. Yo knows. Oh no, for MBL. Oh, there goes the Vil. Okay, MBL's been spotted. Okay, so what I think happened there was that Lix did not spot or communicate anything. Yo wanted to go blacksmith market so he could... Oh, it's a prison! Oh, what a play. MBL, if you can quick wall yourself in here, you're a god. There's just no room for you to move. But yeah, I think Yo just wanted to make a market in a blacksmith because he wanted to go fast castle and it just happened to be there. So anyways, villager's dead. MBL trying to save the Vil, but there should be no chance here. And some idle time for Yo, but he's on the way to Castle Age. That's crazy. MBL is on the way to Castle Age himself, as is everyone except for Nikov. But Nikov has 35 eco, which is not actually the highest in the game, which is surprising. But I think that's because this guy over here has a lot of fishing ships, and most of the fish is running out right now. Is anyone else surprised to see that Vivi's not on stone? I was kind of thinking he'd go for war wagons here, but maybe he's gonna boom. You know, maybe he just adds TCs. That's kind of what this is looking like. Well, that changes the game, of course. And we see... Whoa. Ah. That makes sense. That's why Lix was signaling both sides. They want to go trade before they even get to Castle Age. I mean, I've never seen the map before, but to trade at this stage is very uncommon for high-level Age of Empires 2. Typically, you're going to see it in late or early imp at the earliest. Yeah, look, they must have discussed this. You've got a market here from Vivi, so they're starting trade now? What? He's also on stone? Okay, so he's just going to stonewall and go for a trade boom. I'm really confused. Yo going to add stone walls now. They know MBL is going to push, right? Celts, typically you're going to go with some type of a siege play. Yo also has his scout around, then he sees the villagers, so he'll know. Huns do not get fortified wall, though. Fish traps will be coming out for people with the control of their ponds. It is becoming a very boomy game. These games will probably go late. And Paladin is going to take out the palisade walls, basically, because that can be really annoying for Yo. Because instinctually, as you're going around, or instinctively, whatever, someone criticized which word I used yesterday, and now I don't know which one's correct. But anyways, with the instincts that you have when you play the games, sometimes you'll see the enemy color and you'll freak out. So Yo didn't have his scout over there, and he just basically said, hey, Yo, take care of that for me, please. Maganel should be on the way. Hey, thank you, Hortu. Glad you could make it today, even if you can't make it all the time. It's actually really nice that Yo has the hill, but Celt firing speed on the Maganels is just really hard to deal with. Instinctually. So the thing about trading at this stage is that the trade cards are not very cheap for 18 minutes into the game. This should give you an idea of how long people normally wait to trade. I forget the exact price of the trade card. I think it's 100 wood and 50 gold. I don't even know for sure. So to invest that right now seems a little weird when you're going to need farms and other things. It is just a boom over here, 4 TCs, my goodness, but I'm going to focus on MBL. MBL is one of the best players with Maganel Micro, if not the best in the game. He's always been really sick with his attack rounds. Yo sees an opportunity, gets a shot, and right there MBL responds. And unfortunate for Yo that he didn't do more damage with his shot, but this is kind of an example of more of what is to come. MBL micros again, gets another hit. I mean, he still has not taken a lot of damage here, as he's going to start to take out the Siege Workshop. And, oh, Yo. This is also just the power of Celts, right? So, I mean, MBL lost the Villager, but MBL's in a great spot. Okay, Yo gets one, but he loses one, and the Siege Workshop will go down. There's no way he can repair that. He has to panic now. So, Yo needs probably a 1 for 2 here. I mean, how you can pay attention to this while you're doing everything else is just insane to me. That said, MBL's TC is idle, so he's not really... Okay, just queued up 5 vills. Also has pikemen out here. There's more to look at here, but there's almost... I almost don't want to look elsewhere, as both players are microing, and how is Yo still keeping himself in this? That was good for Yo. He also sacrificed a few vills, but bought himself time. It's weird to me that Lix, I mean, his boom feels so bad now because he went for the early markets in the trade, but he's still trying, even without Caravan, which is almost essential for trade. That way they move faster. Another thing that's expensive. In terms of overall vill counts, it's pretty high for a lot of players, pretty low for others. MBL with 41, but Yo with 43. Everything Yo has here could just be destroyed if these Maganels get through. Over here, I see defensive Maganels. Oh, we have a dock from Leary with Malay. He's chopped through to the Enchilada. All right. Fishing with Malay is good, as Yo still forced to add walls. Just buying seconds, precious seconds at a time, but there's 5 here for MBL. He needs a 1 for 3 now for this to feel right for him. And also, Hera's here to send a scout in. I just, overall, don't agree with this strategy from WWP here. Which, by the way, if AM Tempo were to win this, they would complete a reverse sweep. I don't think this strategy's been good at all. Just very confused by it. I would have preferred to see the Korean player go for wagons to apply pressure. Wagons and boom, maybe. I would have preferred the Celt player either just boom or go pressure, right? He could have tried to pressure Hera, for example. Hera's right here. Hera's now going to add stables so he can contribute with knights. This feels like you put your best player... Now, granted, I don't think they can really... Look at the attack round from MBL. I don't think you can choose position in this game, which is a factor. I could be wrong on that, but anyways, I think you kind of put your best player under so much pressure here. And Yo, you don't know you're going to be up against Celts before the game starts. Who knows? Maybe after all said and done, we're going to look at that trade and say that it was what won the game for WWP, but Celts eat TC. It's dinner time, ladies and gents. This is the delicious show match after all. Look at that micro. Look at that micro. If I could rewind that, I would. The second the Maganel pops out, he dodges to the side and then gets the shot in. That was disgusting. Yo's in big doo-doo right now. Like, this is what? Siege Workshop number 3 and 4 he's had to make? Here, MBL micros finally doesn't lose one, but... Or finally, Yo kills one. MBL with the dodge to the side. MBL with the shot. Hera's there with the scout to distract maybe. And more attack grounding. And Hera's scout will get the assist. It is the power of Celts. I don't want to take anything away from Celts, and I don't want to take anything away from MBL here, simply because of how good it's been. On the bright side for Yo, he's not going to get housed at least. So it's not like he's going to lose houses because he's Huns. I guess that's a positive. And there you go. Yo gets a shot, but we'll see if we can get another Mangonel out. Now here comes Lix. Lix is building a castle in the back to protect the trade, which he's producing out of 4 markets. And he also has his own Mangonel. Over here you have some crossbows and knights from Nikov and Leary as they're pushing in towards Vivi. And in the middle here you have Paladin building a castle. You know what? That's a good castle spot for Paladin. And as long as this castle goes up for Vivi, this is still going to go late, I feel. MBL's economy is not fantastic behind this. Yo is 56 villagers, MBL is 67. So it's not as if as MBL gets another trade, and that's against a Celt Mangonel. As Leary completes Onager and is going to try and cut through the trees to kill fast. It's not as if this is unwinnable if they defend, but can they defend? I just love the play there. As the house wall doesn't work and the Cavalier from Nikov go through. Such a big boy play there from Leary. Big boy play. Such a sick play to go for the Onager cut. Because they know the enemy's just booming. I think Hera also had spotted the trade. So they kind of have the idea of what the strategy is. Again, another Mangonel trade from MBL. And watch the attack rounds. Well, he's had better as the Wood Raiders come in, and maybe that will finally get dealt with. Now, Leary's losing his precious Arbalest, which he loves, to the castle. And also, I think Nikov's Cavalier, they lacked the final armor upgrade until now. There's Halberdier in already. They won't do as much as he would have wanted. So things slow down and things stabilize a little here. As we see, Paladin's going to go, not for Paladin. He never has a Paladin civ. He's going to go for elephants, which is something I think Hera should do as well. And Hera does have elephants. Since some people are asking, I cannot put the game time on screen because I'm having issues with my mod that does that. So it's actually behind the scoreboard. It's at 30 minutes. I'll keep reminding you, and Leary will keep asking questions of Vivi here. And Vivi will continue to defend. House wall here, tower. We'll see if he can get that one up, but I think Leary should just cut the trees. Yeah, now the Cavalier can deny the tower. Can they, though? Well, not. I mean, it feels like Vivi can hold this on his own enough. Leary's tossing away a lot of arbs right now. Tower's done an all right job. It is Koreans, after all. However, Hera's in. And how did he get in, actually? Did I miss something? Oh, he might have used a Ballista Elephant. He used the Ballista Elephant to go through. That's such a great play. Ballista Elephants can take out trees. So he took out one tree and he ran through. And now he has Elite Battle Elephant. MBL's push is kind of stalled out. But Lix was hoping that he would just have to help Yo. He was not expecting to get pressured by Hera. So basically, think about how this has gone out. Yo was behind. Lix had to help. Because of MBL's pressure, and I said this at the start, he's delayed Yo. He's given Hera time to smash. And Hera's gonna smash now. Lix was not prepped for this. He's gonna try and get Halbin, but he has a lot of recovering to do, a lot of eco to save, and Hera's just gonna keep pushing. Now over here on this side, you do have Elite Battle Elephant for Paladin. But what you have is you have Nikov and Leary in great positions working together. They both have military. They both have economy. So it's not comparable to the other side. Because on the other side, Yo doesn't have economy. And Lix was not prepared for this. Nikov and Leary, they've arguably been ahead on that side. And this game probably will not go late. Yo's at 80 pop. Lix is dropping pop. Hera just needs Siege Ram, and this is over. And MBL is just going to say, you're welcome. You're welcome. But that's a sign of a great team, right? You have one player, like Lix does for Yo all the time, normally. One player set the other one up for success. We talk about that a lot. So MBL, well, he's probably getting some signals in because they're thinking about the trade. Actually, that's a signal from Nikov. He's telling MBL to add markets. Makes sense. They will need some trade. But will they, though? Lick's still dropping pop. Thing is, these elephants have so much attack, so much HP. Yes, Halbs are the counter. Might be cost efficient long term, but Hera has the eco to make more and more, and it'll also be at a point soon where Licks cannot field enough Halberdiers to deal with these elephants. Elite battle elephants from Khmer are insanely strong. You're seeing that here as Paladin's getting that push in. And he is 2,800 gold. I mean, that's no joke. I like the fact we're seeing some monasteries from Leary. Your best approach might be to just convert the elephants. Look at these things go. Nikov signals again. MBL's probably like, okay, okay. Nikov's saying, get your markets up, dude. They have the markets ready so they can trade. But, you know, kind of just waiting for Hera to mix in some siege rams here. Lix is dead, dude. He's got trade at least. Yo's in a better spot than him right now, and that spot is still awful. Okay, MBL's adding the market now. It's funny, I speak to MBL and Nikov quite frequently, and they teamed with each other in tuples, and MBL kind of had some comments about how frustrating it can be to team with Nikov sometimes. And then the next day, Nikov had some comments about how MBL can be frustrating to team with. They're basically brothers. They respect each other. They love each other. They're great players. They really do suit each other well. But I also think because they know each other so well, they can get, you know, be like, come on, really, bro? More frequently than not. Oh my god, I just thought of a story. It is related to Age of Empires. And is one of the funniest things that I've heard in a long time. So, the other night, and we don't do this frequently. My girlfriend, she doesn't know too much about Age of Empires, so we don't really talk about it much. But we were talking about Age for whatever reason, and we brought up elephants, and she asked if you could take this elephant and turn it into a battle elephant, and I lost my mind. She's like, you can just turn that into a battle elephant, right? You just have to find it in the wild. And I was like, well, no, but that does make sense, actually. It does make sense. She said something about, do you save the elephants for later on in the game so you can battle with it? I'm like, nope, nope, you don't do that. You do not save your elephants to fight with it later. Oh god, the AoE4 devs have heard me. Oh no. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I thought that was super cute. I was like, I can't wait to tell chat. She said, do not tell chat. So obviously, here I am telling chat. Yeah, AM Tempo are going to win this. A great comeback. Game 1 and 2, they really didn't seem to have it together. Game 2 and 3, game 3 and 4 looked really good. And then, you know, game 5, it looked the same, but Lix and Yo, normally you do not see those two at the bottom of the score for their team. Normally you do not see those two have such weak early mid game, and that's what we've seen here, and it shows, right? Every single AM Tempo tip player has been strong and has done their job and been in positions they need to be, and yeah, the GG's called. That is just so weird to me that Lix started to trade at that stage of the game. And now, actually, I'm curious, once Vivi resigns, and Vivi will eventually resign here. There we go. Do you think that Lix resulted from that with a lot more gold than usual? I don't think so. Let's look. So he had 5,600 gold collected from trade. And he had 10,500 total gold. Leary had more. Leary never had any trade profit. Nikov had a little bit of trade profit, but had more. Hera had more with no trade profit. MBL even Remember, MBL was not booming as much as Licks because Licks was full boom while MBL was attacking Yo. MBL was even close to that. So, like, to me, it just was a bad decision. You either have the Celts player pressure. Hera was walled going FC. You just have the Celt player pressure Hera like MBL was doing against Yo. They expected that.
What?
Or you full boom, but adding the trade at that stage, I think, delays your boom. It hurts you. Hard to say. You know, maybe Licks didn't have a lot of confidence going up against Khmer with that type of a play because sometimes Khmer, if you think about the way you would normally defend from that, you're going to add your own siege, but maybe add some knights or light cav. And since Khmer don't have to make a barracks before making the stable, it's sometimes easier for them to defend those styles. Plus, Hera's a pretty good defensive player too, so I don't really know the reasoning. I did not hear their thought process. But even on the other side, I'd say have Khmer full boom like Paladin did, but it would be interesting to maybe have Koreans get into wagons. Probably wouldn't have as much of an effect as they would need. But having a castle drop with Koreans could be really strong. If you could recycle your cavalry into food if it was countered. Yeah, I think I just gave... I think that elephant idea just gave devs an idea for a new expansion civ. I might regret saying that. But yeah, I don't know what you guys thought of the maps, but I thought the maps were really cool. So salutes in chat, please, to... Well, apparently he's got 3 names, and I believe his Twitch name is Viper Cream. Thank you for everything, man. The maps were really cool. Putting up the prize pool as well. Also, Nerfox for doing the admin side. AM Tempo end up winning. So AM Tempo got 69. Well, all players got $69 per win. And then $11 per loss. And then an additional $20 goes to AM Tempo for winning the whole show match. In total, the prize pool was $420. So we had like a mix of memes, mix of fun, but also some very serious games. I don't think the fact that the maps were based on food compromised the competitiveness of this really in any way. It was cool. So